The family rushed her to hospital, but she died before sunset. Tabo's life changed forever. After her death, Tabo's father remarried another woman. The stepmother entered the house with bitterness and pride. She treated Tabo and his siblings unfairly, making them feel unwanted in their own home. She insulted them. She gave them difficult chores. She favored her own relatives. The emotional wounds inside Tabo grew deeper. Instead of becoming strong enough to confront abuse, he became quiet and fearful like his late mother. Deep inside, he feared his father. He learned to avoid conflict instead of standing against wrong. Still, Tabo focused on school. He worked hard and eventually fulfilled his dream of becoming a police officer. After years of training, he was stationed at Poking Police Station. The community respected him because he was calm, humble, and disciplined. But deep inside, unresolved pain still lived within him. One weekend, Tabo traveled to Kuruman to attend the funeral of his colleague's mother. The funeral brought together many families from different villages. Women cooked outside under tents while men shared stories near the fire. That day, Tabo noticed a beautiful young woman helping elderly women carry chairs and serve food. It was Tato Rose. She wore a simple black dress and wrapped her head with a doek. Her beauty was not in expensive clothes or makeup. It was in her humility and kindness. When she smiled, peace entered the heart. Tabo could not stop looking at her. Later that afternoon, they finally spoke. "Thank you for helping my colleague's family," Tabo said. Tato smiled softly. "We help because tomorrow we may also need help," she replied. Those words touched Tabo deeply. They exchanged phone numbers. After returning to Rustenburg, they continued talking every day. Their conversations became longer. They shared childhood stories, pain, dreams, and hopes. For the first time in many years, Tabo felt understood. Months later, Tato visited Rustenburg. Their love grew stronger. Soon, she became pregnant with their first child. Despite challenges, they remained committed to each other. Eventually, Tabo paid lobola and married Tato traditionally. The wedding brought joy to both families. Tato believed her suffering was finally ending. She believed she had found peace. But sometimes, the beginning of pain looks like the beginning of happiness. After marriage, Tato moved into the Ntimane family yard in Luka. At first, everything seemed peaceful. Tabo's father decided to divide the property into two sections. He gave Tabo a piece of land at the back of the yard where he built a 5-room house for his family. The couple moved in with excitement. Tato decorated the small home beautifully despite limited resources. Soon, they welcomed another child. Neighbors admired the family. People believed they were living happily. But behind the smiles, hidden suffering had already begun. Tabo's stepmother slowly started controlling Tato. Every morning before sunrise, she knocked aggressively at the door. "Wake up!" she shouted. "This is not a 5-star hotel." Even though Tato had a newborn baby, she was forced to clean both houses. She swept yards, washed dishes, cooked for the entire family, washed dogs, scrubbed floors, cleaned 9 rooms in the main house. Sometimes she worked until late afternoon before returning to care for her own children. Her body became weak from exhaustion. Yet, nobody cared. The stepmother constantly insulted her. "You came from poverty," she would say. "Do not forget that we made your life better." Those words pierced Tato's heart. Still, she remained silent. She feared destroying her marriage. At night, she cried quietly while holding her baby. One day, she finally gathered courage and told Tabo everything. But instead of protecting her, Tabo became defensive. "My family would never do that," he said angrily. "Stop lying about them." Deep inside, Tabo knew the abuse was real, but fear controlled him. He feared confronting his father and testimony because of the trauma he carried from childhood. Instead of defending his wife, he repeated the same sails of silence that destroyed his own mother. Tato felt completely alone. Days became months. Months became years. Her suffering continued. Life inside the Ntimane household became unbearable. Every day, Tato woke up before everyone else. She prepared breakfast, cleaned both homes, washed clothes by hand, cooked meals, looked after children. Yet, no matter how hard she worked, it was never enough. The mother always found reasons to insult her. "You are lazy. You trapped our son with your children. You are nothing without this family." Tato's confidence slowly disappeared. The joyful young woman from Kuruman became quiet and emotionally broken. Even neighbors noticed sadness in her eyes. Sometimes she sat alone behind the house, crying lips. Still, she stayed for the sake of your children. She hoped things would change. Instead, things because of